Can sex and love be separate? We don't need to listen to no intros.
Step forward if you agree with
Whoa,
the
whoa,
prompt.
whoa, 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 whoa. All right, monogamous. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. Like younger people, it keep being these old ass people. But okay, monogamous. I guess 2 girls, 2 boys, and then polyamorous. 3 girls and 1 boy. The polyamorous side is, oh, they already scaring me. What is going on over there? Is that a clown? Y'all might can't see, but I'm gonna show you. Like, is that a clown over there, bro? Like, what is going on? That gotta be a clown. Bro, that is freaky as hell. What the fuck? I don't know what that is. Rather it's a boy, girl, whatever. But some crazy shit, chat. Definitely some crazy shit. Shit is crazy. I should never. I'll post that on TikTok because that shit is crazy. I gotta see this thing talk.
I can separate love and sex.
What the fuck?
For me, I think that I
Oh, this was a crazy vid. They done got some crazy contestants.
can separate it, but oftentimes it doesn't turn out that way. This is kind of the cliche, but I do think that sex for me is better when I'm in love and when I have respect and communication with the person. I also think it depends on how we define love, because I could maybe, love that person as a human, but maybe not in a romantic sense. So I think there's a lot of nuance around it. I'm not really someone who's gonna say like one or the other.
I also agree with that as well. When you have those intense feelings for a person, the sex definitely hits different. Knowing that you feel safe enough with this person to be emotionally vulnerable as well as physically
Bro, I don't
vulnerable
know
with
what
them,
that is,
it's a
bro.
very special bond that you share.
Yeah.
Niggas
I really resonate with that
Bruce
because
Lee.
I'm actually a survivor of
Bruce
sexual
Lee?
assault, and
Bruce
I'm also
Lee,
disabled,
yeah? What
so
the
I think
fuck
that
is
trust
going
plays
on?
a really huge role, and that perhaps could even, be more important than the love factor.
I think for me, I can make the clear distinction because I've had a lot of meaningless sex in my lifetime to make me feel good, to occupy the sense of loneliness, and then I've loved someone, but the sex part just hasn't worked out, but the love is there. And sadly, relationships like that didn't
I'll
work
definitely
out for
see
me.
that
and I
thing
do
in the
agree with
back.
what you guys said. When I'm in love and I can trust someone, it's better, especially as a trans individual.
Thought I was watching
There's a lot of
Precious
people
for a moment,
out there
cuz.
trying to fetishize,
Running
that don't
up the
understand your
stairs.
body or
That's what
respect
that
you.
reminded me
So
of. And she
having
got
the
that
love
face
part
where
makes
she
a lot
was
better.
running up the stairs.
I love deeply. The people that are around me feel that. Love and sex to me are completely different things. They absolutely can exist separately. I hate the fact that even the polyamory community is fetishized as well, and it's completely sexualized. It's only about the sex. Similarly to you, I have a sexual trauma. I have things in my life that affected me deeply that I'm still dealing with to this day. And the fact that it's automatically just clumped in is just something that
Bro.
I have to kind of oppose.
Her ass.
Well, I don't believe this is true for everyone. Obviously,
Oh,
there's
man.
plenty of people out there that can
Her
separate
ass
sex
look
and love,
like
but
that
for me,
sumo
when I have
wrestler.
sex with
Oh
someone,
my
I fall in
god,
love
what
with
the
them.
fuck? Oh, they fucking me up with this shit. Oh, they fucking me up with this shit. Oh my god. This is crazy. Dog, this is crazy.
Well, I don't believe this is true for everyone. Obviously, there's plenty of people out there that can separate sex and love, but for me, when I have
Is
sex
she like 52? and she's like 52. Ooh, I gotta play
With
this.
someone, I
That's-
fall in
they
love
gotta
with
stop
them.
that shit.
And while I do have friends with benefits, these people are
Bro,
chosen
like,
very specifically because I know that I
why are
will
you
have
out
to
here
go
looking
through
like she got zippers as her earrings?
heartbreak on my own
Bro, like,
when I have
what?
sex with them.
I've been with the same person. My husband and I were high school sweethearts. He's the only person I've ever been with. And so it would be hard for me to separate sex and love simply because I've never had to.
I
Wow.
think it's also important to note that some people are maybe asexual. And so if I have an asexual partner, which I have not had before, I would have that discussion.
These
and it wouldn't
people
have
is
to be
old as
integral
hell,
to
bro.
be part of our connection and such. My name is Jessica, and I'm polyamorous. To me, relationship anarchy really has to do with destructuring our ideas of hierarchical relationships, in that romantic and sexual relationships don't have to be at the top. I think it's actually a lot healthier to have a community with our friends, our family,
Talking about
romantic
have a
partners,
community.
etc.
If you wanna be a slut, just say you a
Relationship
slut.
status meets my needs.
You know, one way I know I'm in the right relationship with my wife, we still enjoy texting each other, I love you. You know, you always start out in a relationship, oh, I love you. And then, you know, are you still doing that? 10 years
Look
later?
at Precious.
We've had, both my fiance and I, our fair share of struggles with mental health in very different
Dog.
ways, but
Her
that
ass gonna
understanding
be
and that
making me
support,
laugh every
even
time.
if I do say something, like, even
I
if
think called him
do
the
react
nigga from
erratically or
Up. What was that
violently
nigga
during a panic
name?
attack, he keeps
Old
coming back.
grunkle,
He keeps
old
trying.
old
Our
ass
love is
uncle.
stronger after every single disagreement and every single.
My nigga was depressed. His wife
So for
passed
myself,
away.
I
My nigga was
practice a type of
depressed.
polyamory called solo polyamory, or sometimes a style called relationship anarchy. And these two styles are inherently less about hierarchy and more about autonomy for myself. With my current relationships, or what I'm able to achieve, it gives me enough flexibility for me to feel really good about the things that I choose to take part in. And even if I'm in a relationship that's not so great, or a relationship that isn't fulfilling to me, I can still be looking for other relationships, or maybe I have another existing relationship that is more fulfilling, or that actually does support me in a way that my other relationships don't. My name is Randall, and I'm polyamorous. For me, the process of coming out as polyamorous was really me deciding that getting out of monogamous
Hey, what are you talking
relationships
about coming
because
out?
I had feelings for somebody else was just not working for me. I noticed that other people were practicing other styles of relationships where they were being truthful to their partners and admitting the fact that they had feelings for other people and doing it ethically.
Currently, I'm dissatisfied with my relationship status because I did just come out of a really bad breakup, so I am single at this point, and I can be self-sufficient enough to enjoy my own company, but it's just in certain
Dog
moments
single
in
is
life.
sad.
Like, for example, I was taking a long road trip, and I just imagined my ex, me caressing her leg, while we're on the road trip, and you kind of wish that you
Literally,
just, had a person.
her ass definitely got out the pen.
those moments
Them
where-
pen beads right
So I
there.
practice parallel polyamory, which means that my husband and I see other people, and we don't necessarily need to meet or get along with the other people that we're seeing. And I love my
Bro,
husband.
her old ass out here. You mean tell me her old ass got a husband and she out here motherfucking fucking on other people? With this type of clown, this shit. Like, what?
Been with him for 18 years.
And you been with him for 18 years? Literally, what the fuck? Y'all ain't got no kids or nothing? Go see your grandkids, bro. 18 years for what? To go fuck on more niggas?
up, and I have some friends with benefits, but I am looking for someone else to be in a relationship with that fulfills some needs that I'm not getting from my current partner. What I've been looking for, I'm starting to probably determine that I'm not going to find one person who is going to fill the rest of these boxes, and I may have to separate that up into multiple other people, whether it's
This bitch is
relationship-wise
bold.
or otherwise. I'm Bunny, and I am polyamorous. The way that
Bunny,
I
you
deal
bold.
with jealousy is I like to break it down and ask myself why.
Bro, look. This bitch is bold. you don't need to be fucking no more. You need to be, if you finna fuck, you need to fuck that one person. Like, what is going on? You out here, you don't even know yourself for real. You a clown right now. You're dressed up as a clown. You out here portraying a whole different character. You don't even know yourself. Then you named yourself Bunny. So you a clown named after an animal. That is crazy. You still trying to figure yourself out, and you up here talking about what this nigga, you need people to fulfill needs. Some people gotta stay single.
Why am I feeling jealous of my husband? Is it because he's spending time with someone else and I need more time with him, or my other partners? Or is it something else? And once I break it down, I can then address those issues, such as...
I know she didn't just... Literally, they need some self-fucking love. It is crazy. They need to start knowing their own self. They can't even sit in the room with they self. Shit be crazy. Like, bro, literally, she talking about she want more time from her husband? That don't make no sense, man. I gotta go back. Cause that don't make any sense. You just said you need... It's like you just said you need other niggas to fulfill needs. And now you talking about you need time from your husband?
My husband. I'm Bunny, and I am polyamorous. The way that I
Jealous?
deal with jealousy
Like what,
is
bro?
I like to break it down and ask myself why. Why am I feeling jealous of my husband? Is it because he's spending time with someone else and I need more time with him, or my other partners? Or is it something else? And once I break it down, I can then address those issues, such as request.
So you went and said you agreed to this motherfucking poly bullshit, and you're jealous of him spending time with other people, and you're doing the same shit. Your husband should have been on here with you. I can tell you that much.
More time with that partner if I am feeling jealous that I am not getting enough time with them. Or I can take it upon myself to fill said time with someone else or with another activity to be able to not focus on the jealousy that I'm feeling.
Patriarchy is the root of monogamy.
Oh, of course that's how you think. Of course.
In the little bit of like research, I guess, that I've been doing and realizing that it was absolutely contractual. It was absolutely for gain.
Cause he be
advantageous.
fucking. She jealous. He doing the same shit she doing. Like that don't even make sense. That's how she's just confused. Her ass is crazy. Fucking
Reasons
goofy.
it was never love.
Way back when it was
And
like
he
you
been
said, it was
married to her ass for
contractual.
18
Like women
years.
in general were an object to be purchased. While that has changed, that is still rooted in the system of monogamy and people thinking they need to be
That
with
nigga
someone
said, lock
forever.
that bitch up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how people stay in abusive relationships.
Yeah, I don't think patriarchy is the root of monogamy, but
I feel like there is a lot of
no
pieces
bail,
of
no
monogamy
lawyers,
that
no
are rooted
no
in that
PDs,
patriarchal sort of
none of that.
feel.
No,
However,
no
there are a lot of
parole.
people who feel like monogamy is just the best option for them and are connected
her
to
in-
their
put her in
person
a
regardless
motherfucking
of that. If
box.
we're thinking about queer relationships as well and people who are
she need
married
to be in
to
a
a
box
partner of
for
the
her
same gender
first
or
60
outside of the
60
norm,
days,
I
throw
don't
her in
feel
a
like
box.
they are feeling that patriarchy.
I don't know if I would say that it's like the reason that everyone is monogamous. It does play a role in just the way that we just construct our realities.
But we see monogamy across so many species, and that has me wondering, obviously, in human society, it was a big component, but there's something so much larger than that in monogamy that reaffirms my belief that it's not really about the
So that bitch
patriarchy.
is
It's about
confused.
this inherent
She
need
ain't never
within
spent
us,
no
and
time
some of
alone.
us
She gonna
lean
find
towards
out now.
monogamy, and some of us lean towards polyamory, and that's just the way it is.
Obviously, I'm a little bit older than everybody here. I grew up and really didn't know much different. The churches were pretty much, this is right, this is wrong. You know, when somebody said polygamy, I was like, oh, they must live in Utah. That's about the only place you knew that where that could possibly exist. And there was no discussion of why somebody has that relationship. You didn't talk about any of that.
We should make a distinction that it's not also polygamy. We are polyamorous.
Okay.
So polyamorous and polygamy are two
Yeah.
just different things.
And see, a lot of it is,
Right, just information and
yeah,
not
I
knowing.
grew up,
bro, What? It just said. It say polyamory means multiple love, and polygamy means multiple spouses. Bro, that's the same shit, bro. Bro, like, they didn't say nothing different. Let me just go to Google. Polyamorous. I respell that shit. The practice of engaging in multiple romantic relationships. Polygamy. The practice of custom of having more than one wife or husband at the same time. So basically the only difference is if you would marry them, man, if y'all don't go, that's the same shit. I should slap her. Trying to correct my nigga Ben. Ben knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Just different things.
And see, a lot of it is,
Right, just information and
yeah,
not
I
knowing.
grew up not knowing.
Man, literally, I don't know what the fuck they be talking about. I know me.
Unrealistic
I know I'm
to
straight.
commit to being with
Fuck all
someone
the other
forever.
shit. They want to have a word for everything nowadays.
So I feel like we spend a lot of our lives dating
Wait,
and trying to
it's
figure out who we'd like to
unrealistic
be
to
with.
commit to being
We
with
don't
someone
always get it
forever.
right. So I feel like thinking about it that way, it's unrealistic to think about the fact that the one person that you end up choosing will be your forever person. It could change in the future. The divorce rate is very high in this country, so I think that's an easy way to think about it.
I also think it fits into
I get what
that
they
fairy
saying.
tale concept that, you know,
Yeah.
this is the one. And living on a planet that harbors like 7 billion people, I feel like that's highly like unrealistic that you're just gonna be in love with just this one person your entire
He said,
life.
I'm with Bruce Lee,
My
on
name is
God.
Mel, and
Yeah,
I'm
it do be
monogamous.
unrealistic.
I've just had this self-discovery
But
that
hey.
there's so many things about myself that I just need to
Sometimes.
work on, and it's rooted in me.
You better make
just
shit work.
Not wanting to go out of my comfort zone, and polyamory is definitely something that is out of my comfort zone. If I was to try it, maybe I would actually like it.
I think it really depends on the
18
person.
years? And she talking about poly? Yeah, but marriage is pointless. Oh, yeah. Marriage is pointless. No. Marriage is crazy. But 18 years? That is crazy. Like, if you think you finna be out here motherfucking doing what she doing 18 years, his ass is crazy for allowing that.
I mean, I feel like I can only speak for myself. You know, a lot of people do stay together for,
So
say,
bitch
you know,
gone.
kids or something
Yeah,
like
the
that.
marriage
or
is all
perhaps
crazy.
finances. It's
So
you know,
it's
a
so much
privilege
stuff
to be
about
able
marriage
to
that I don't
maybe
agree
get
with.
divorced or live on one income. So I wouldn't say that it's a catch-all black and white
Motherfuckers
issue.
be
I
signing
definitely
their life
feel
over
that
for
you
a
can
piece
be
of
with
paper.
someone forever, but you're going to change as individuals as you grow, and it all depends on how those changes and work with each other. So if you are able to change and accept the changes of your partner, then you can be together forever. But a lot of people change, not necessarily in a bad way, but in an incompatible way.
Literally.
Yeah. I would
Yeah,
also like to
spin.
add, I did believe that I would have a forever person, but recent experiences of a breakup that just
Oh, her ass. That's where her answer came from. She's still thinking about her ex. She was like, I did think we was gonna be forever, but she done broke my heart, and now we ain't forever, man. She finna get to crying on stage and shit. This is crazy.
happened, that's what changed my perspective. And I looked at it.
You let that one
more
person change
logically.
your
I
perspective.
should be more open to the fact that I will meet other people down
Yeah,
the line.
she
and
need to go
shouldn't
back to
assume
jail,
that this
too.
person is going to be.
She ain't do
with me
enough
my
time in
entire
there.
life.
I mean, I'm
She ain't figure
polyamorous, but I've
herself
been
out.
married to my first boyfriend since we were like teenagers. I think that's my forever person. And I believe that for me, and with the waves and with the changes,
Wait,
I'm a
hold on.
person. Polyamorous, but I've been married to my first boyfriend since we were like teenagers. I think that's my forever person. And I
Bro,
believe that
how
for
is all these motherfucking polyamorous people motherfucking married to people and they out here just... Oh, I guess that's where these polyamorous people be at. They be the married people. I guess that's what's happening. Cause I'm so lost.
For me, and with the waves and with the changes, you know, yeah, you make that recommitment over and over again. And I think that there can be that forever person for anyone. But I also understand experience plays a role in that tremendously. And I haven't had that experience of loss.
My opinions of this have shifted after being in a really toxic, bad relationship where I really wanted it to be my forever, but deep down I always knew it probably wasn't going to be feasible. And then after that relationship, I didn't want to be in a relationship at all. And this amazing person came into my life.
I don't get it.
I knew, and I tried to push him away, but it became evident that that was just my person. My name is Luca, and I'm monogamous. After being in a polyamorous relationship, I really knew monogamy was the route I wanted to take. There was some jealousy going on in the relationship as to how I loved each person, and that I couldn't divide it 50-50, and I didn't want to. I want to be able to give 100% of myself to one person.
No.
That and shit. Grew up in set a good example.
The home environment I grew up in set a good example for my future relationship.
For my future relationships.
That's not usually how it works. That's what we would hope.
I think for myself, I grew up seeing a lot of broken homes and people who had divorced parents, and I felt super fortunate that that wasn't my home life, and I'm sure it shaped me in ways that I'm not even able to comprehend. They were a really good example of the way that I want to treat another human.
My mother, I just remember her like doing it all. She was just like the pillar of strength, and I think just saying that, I always thought like, okay, I can do it no matter what, and if I have a husband that can complement that, then that's awesome. My name is Emerald, and I'm monogamous. My husband and I have been together for 17 years, and I think that within our monogamy, the issue that I have with him, then we're addressing it head on, and we're able to fix that within our relationship, as opposed to introducing other people. And so I think that over the years, our foundation has been strengthened simply because we're able to communicate to one another.
It sounds like she kind of like lisp or something.
I grew up, my parents are married, they've been married from my birth to now. Eventually my mom stayed home and my dad kept working, but he still was trying to be active in my brother and mine's life. But as I developed mental health issues and became a difficult child, he did not.
We not listening to you no more. You talking about that you develop mental health issues and all this stuff. Bro, what? Don't sit here and say nothing about your dad didn't do nothing right and you got some mental health issues. That better not be what's finna come out your mouth.
Not cope well with that, and he kind of like pieced out for a bit. So I don't think that set a very great example, because in my greatest time of need, I would have appreciated if he stuck by my mom and stuck by me. So even if it is difficult for me to interact with my child, that's not what I want for my future.
My experience growing up was definitely similar to yours. My father was away a lot, so it was just me, my older sister, and my mom. And the way that my parents communicate, it's like their relationship they can do pretty much over the phone. It's that lack of communication and also having an emotionally unavailable mother. It definitely shaped a lot of codependency issues on my end.
My father was an alcoholic up and through my teenage years, and when he recovered, my mother became a really bad alcoholic. I guess a good precedent for monogamy, you stay together with the same person till death. They were together until she died, but it was not good for either of them. I don't think that they loved each other at the point in time that I saw them. All it kind of like says to me in that is like, don't stay with someone because you're supposed to, because you signed a piece of paper, or because you have children together. You need to take care of yourself first, because you can't be a good parent to your child. You can't be a good partner if you aren't taking care of yourself.
I grew up in a pretty religious household. There were certain ways that you needed to behave, certain ways that you needed to act and be, and I played that role really, really well. And I was applauded for it, and I was given opportunities because of it. And to kind of step out of that was really hard, and mainly because my family was just surrounded by a lot of secrecy. We don't talk about things. We shift them under the rug, and we just bury our emotions as much as we can so that we don't really have to deal with it. And that is not at all how I'm choosing to lead my life. My name is Katie, and I'm polyamorous. I struggled with my faith and also being a polyamorous person because this is absolutely, completely frowned upon in our community. I was a worship pastor for many, many years in a very conservative church. When I started to just be a little bit more truthful with who I was, I had to really re-wrap my mind around what I truly conceived God to be and what that love towards me looks like. I realized there was just no way that I could keep hiding this really important part of myself.
A polyamorous relationship is appropriate for raising a family.
Man, if they don't go.
So I have a 6-year-old, and me and my 2 partners, we raise him and bought
You and your 2 partners? Bro, what?
City, schools knows about it. My son has an IEP, so that means he has some learning disabilities. And there's 3 people to support, to be there for him. So I don't know, I think for me, just it's allowed me the freedom to, kind of go after goals, go after...
Man, you confusing that man. Well, that boy. He's gonna be a man soon. He gonna be confused. He gonna be like, I grew up with 2 dads and a mom. I don't know how that was even possible. Like, he's gonna be confused. He gonna grow up thinking his mom was getting fucking flipped, fucking trained. Like, you're fucking this man head up already. This nigga is gonna, man.
Dreams and have the support system still at home, and I know my son is lacking nothing. I mean, it's tricky because you have other little kids are like, oh, why does Lucas have 2 moms and a dad? And it's just kind of easy to just be like, families just.
Oh, so she's motherfucking, she got a girlfriend? Yeah, I'm all confused. I'm all confused now. I'm all confused.
Look different sometimes. Just being more open about it, even that in itself.
That 2 moms and a dad, really, that's
for these families
just as bad.
Just
I don't get why you...
Because I know that in my community, I think we're the only ones really kind of openly being this way about who we are. And we haven't seen any sort of backlash or anything like that, so.
Like logically, practically, it does make sense to have that support. And we're also talking about kids when we say family. I think it expands much further than that. And so you see people who already have multiple parents with stepdads, stepmoms. And so I see no reason that this is not an addition to that, So I just want to put that forth too.
Sure. If that's what y'all agree with.
The one thing I heard is the 3 of you, whatever you gotta do, you're gonna do so he can be successful and loved and cared for and feel safe and be safe. My name is Mike and I am monogamous. What I love about my wife so much and makes our marriage special is A, she puts up with me. And we have found ways that we support each other with what we like to do professionally and spiritually and help out. And I think that's a lot of what I took away today. I saw that with the other side.
So as for my household, we have 5 children. Our parents live 2.5 hours away, so it's mainly us doing the brunt of the school pickups, drop off, all that kind of stuff. While I do see that it would be very beneficial to have someone else, I think that's why nannies are available, babysitters, that kind of thing. Trying to add someone else to my lifestyle would make me so anxious.
My nigga Ben, he the chill one.
Another person in the house that needs something, that has to do something, and then somebody else have to deal with, and then they possibly want sex tonight. I would be like, I'm over it. So
I mean,
that's how I feel. That's how it feels.
Google calendars exist. I get what you're saying, and that there is a lot of that in the polyamorous community where you're interested in someone and they're like, hey, look, I really like you, but I just don't have the bandwidth right now to add another partner. But at the same note, if you or your husband got another partner, they could watch the kids while the 2 of you go out on a date night. That would add time for you and your husband to be.
So you want me to get this right? Y'all want me to get this right? There's 3 people in a relationship, right? I guess there's 3 people in a relationship. Let's just break this down. One of them gonna stay back and watch the kids while the other 2 go on a date, right? And then what? The one of them gonna stay back and watch the kids while the next 2 go on a date. And then what? The last person gonna stay and watch the kids while the next 2 go on it? That's a forever non-ending cycle. Cause one of y'all gonna be left out. That don't even make sense. Maybe I'm just thinking too hard. Maybe But I don't see how that can even make it easier. I don't see how it can make it easier.
Be able to
I know it's for sure more money.
because they could, you know, be integrated into the family.
All right.
Yeah, I know it's for sure more money. We can come to a common ground on this one. They still confusing me. I'm lost. But hey, you polyamorous people, you polygamy people, same shit, different names, same shit. Y'all crazy.